This is Mark Dell from Android Spin, and this is a free game roundup for March 12th, 2011. We usually take a look at the paid games on Android every week, but the last few weeks have been a little lacking unless you have a Motorola Xoom tablet and want to check out Monster Madness. So rather than leave you hanging, I thought we'd take a quick look at some of the great games that were released for free on Android recently. Before I start, let me just get this out of the way. Angry Birds Seasons has over a dozen new levels in celebration of St. Patrick's Day, although I imagine any of those interested would already have the app installed. We start today with Meganoid by Orange Pixel. And when Orange Pixel releases a game, it's foolhardy not to take notice. They make their games primarily for the Android platform, and their games are based around the beloved 8 and 16-bit era of gaming. Meganoid's name as well as its gameplay is kind of a mashup between Mega Man and Metroid, and so it's also a lot like the most recently released VVVVVV. The game takes place over a series of very short and small platforming levels that take under a minute each to complete. These levels can often be quite challenging, but the larger challenge is trying to collect the gems that can be found, both hidden and in plain sight on each level. Meganoid is a great download if you enjoy short but challenging levels and rocking out to some ace chiptunes. Next up is Cordy by Silvertree Media, another Android exclusive and a delightfully charming one at that. You take control of Cordy the robot in a 2D puzzle platformer in a 3D space, so although you can only move left and right, as the path turns, so does your orientation. Unlike Meganoid's simplistic graphics, Cordy is technically very impressive graphically as well as artistically, with a detailed and interesting 3D world and character along with plenty of effects. The complete contrast to Meganoid continues with the gameplay. There's a definite focus on puzzle solving and a near complete lack of tight and punishing jumps, which makes Cordy far better suited for a more casual gaming experience. Next we have Pachinko Frenzy by NG Moko. This is based on Japan's pachinko machines, although most will likely recognize it as some form of Peggle. You have to fire balls down a board of pegs, and once you've hit every peg, you play in a short minigame before repeating the process over again. To begin with, you'll only have a single board unlocked, and you'll have to play the table a lot before you'll unlock the others, much like Mega Jump. Pachinko Frenzy could definitely benefit from some extra variety, but it still has plenty of fun and an addicting hook. Finally, we have Cyberlord's Arcology by Handy Games. This only just showed up and it's one of the only games listed that has a paid-for version as well as free, but it's included here as the free version is fully featured and supported by ads. The game takes place in a futuristic world viewed from a top-down perspective and plays like an action RPG. You command up to 4 characters at once, equip a variety of weapons and armor, and accept side missions while taking part in the main story. With so many features and things to see, Cyberlords is by far the deepest of these games in the roundup, and can definitely find itself living on your device for some time. That's all for this week. Be sure to check out the games mentioned here and enjoy the gaming.